So, welcome back, you giggling gals. We have the author of The Serpent and the Wolf, the thrilling romantasy that combines high stake political intrigue and a steamy, slow burn enemies to lover romance, Rebecca Robinson, joining us today.
Yay!
So, while we may be your giggling gal pals, we don't recommend listening to this podcast around little ears or ears that may be offended because we say bad words and shitty things.
While chit-chatting with Rebecca, we will aim for no spoilers in the first third, or no, 2/3, I'm a liar, and then spoilers for the book in the entirety in the last third. There will be another warning when we get to the spoiler part of the episode. So, part 1, get to know Rebecca. We're going to get right into it and get to know our guests. Welcome to the Real Housewives of Valaris podcast with Rebecca.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me.
We are so thrilled to have you here. Me especially, because I'm crazy and obsessed with the book.
No, I love that. Thank you.
We both just listened to the audio because I like to listen to both. Oh my gosh, the author Jess Walensky, she did a great job.
Oh, I mean, just an exceptional job. When they sent me like different voices to listen to, I'm telling you, I heard her voice and like both my husband and I were listening at the same time, and we both like stopped dead in our tracks and I paused it and I was like, that's Vasa. Like that's Vasa. Yeah. And
when you know, like, you know.
And I was like, this is it.
Well, it can kind of like break a book listening to someone that's not the best narrator. So listening to her, I was like, this is so good. I loved her.
Yeah, I was absolutely thrilled. I like consumed the audiobook the week of release just because it was like such a joy to actually get to hear the whole thing. And I love her.
We did it, both of us, 24 hours, the audio. It's a book that you just consume so easily because it's like something you just can't put down.
Thank you.
So Blakely and I are both moms and know that you are too. So that's on top of being an author and working full time. Like, how do you do it?
Oh, not well. I mean, I think that on the outside, it definitely looks like I've got it all together. Yeah. I think like people would definitely, and I do think I've got things relatively together in the way that my expectations of my output are catered to the fact that I work a full-time job and also write and also am raising this tiny human that I adore so much. I will say that he comes first, like my journey as a mom. I am so lucky to have a partner who supports both of my careers. And that makes it helpful. Like I didn't marry a loser. I love that. He's an awesome dad. And so that's really helpful, but mostly it's about balance. And then every day something is going to fall to the wayside. Like right now, the stuff immediately behind me looks like super organized, but no, there's piles over here on this side. And so yeah, it just depends on the day.
It's
relatable. Yeah. Except I get that book, but relatable.
Some days you can do it all. And you have a husky, which is such a high maintenance dog. I had a husky. She passed last year, but they are so needy.
Yes, they are so needy. We had 2 for the longest time, and our husky also passed last year. And I miss him all the time.
I feel that.
I love my girl too. She's the best.
She's beautiful.
Thank you. She's awesome.
Big husky fan.
Me too.
So what are you currently reading? We're all over the place. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I love that question because I'm like what I'm reading versus like what I'm listening to, which are both like what I'm reading, right? Yeah. So right now I am rereading the arc of A Forbidden Alchemy by Stacey McEwen, which is coming out on July 1st. Aside from just thinking that Stacey's like one of the nicest people in the world, she's also really, really funny and her book is amazing. So I'm reading the arc again, so I can yap about it on socials when it comes out. And then I am actually listening to Throne of Glass again. I'm currently finishing The Assassin's Blade. I'm on the very last short story. And I'm like, my dirty confession is that I've actually never finished The Assassin's Blade because I know what's going to happen and I know it's going to hurt me. And
it'll
it's going to like destroy me. And I'm well and prepared. But this time going through my reread, I decided that I was just going to buckle in and do it. So yeah, I am re-listening to Throne of Glass because I need something where I know the ending right now. So
I'm on my reread. Okay, actually, very important question. Where do you read Assassin's
I knew
Blade?
you were going to ask that.
Because I know
I was about to ask.
I'm about to lose some followers. People are so serious about this. So I always, if I like, I decided that when I was going to read it, I was going to read it before Queen of Shadows. And that's just because I know that Queen of Shadows involves elements of that storyline. And as somebody whose brain is torn in 1,000 places all at once, I just really wanted the reminder right before I read it. So I read it between Air of Fire and Queen of Shadows. But
Guess what? So do we. You
answered the question correctly.
Perfect. I know it's like very controversial for whatever reason, but it's okay.
I mean, I would never read it first. That just would not make sense to me. But most people will say like book 3 or they read it before Air of Fire. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it just hits me more emotionally after Air of Fire. And I stick by that. I'll fight anybody about it.
Yeah, I think so too. I get like all the like little pieces that are being laid in Assassin's Blade that would maybe be helpful to understand the world building in Air of Fire, but I stand on the fact that the world building is so good that I don't need it.
It's so impactful right before Queen of Shadows, truly. So that's, like I said, I'm on Empire of Storms in my reread. It's a comfort reread because yes, you know exactly like what's going to happen. Yes. Doesn't like, if I'm in between books, it's perfect to just go back to.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a comfort read.
I just reread ACOTAR because I just needed to feel something. Like a couple months ago, I was in a slump after we covered Onyx Storm on the podcast, and it took every bit of brain power where I'm like, I can't read. What do I do? Until then, that helped me. Brought me back to life.
No, I love that. I frequently go back to ACOTAR when I'm like in my feels, you know, when it's time. Yeah. My husband always knows. He's like, oh, she's cracking open Mist and Fury. Is she okay?
Right.
It's fine.
Is that your favorite in ACOTAR? Mist and Fury?
Yeah, it is. I'm a basic bitch. I don't know what people want from me. Like, it's so good. Like, I don't know, that book, it's you know.
I wear basic bitch with pride because I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I like things that are good. My bad.
Yeah, I like things that other people like cool. Like,
like we like it for a reason.
Yes.
Like, come on, idiot. Do you have a hard time going back with your brain, like between reading and writing?
Oh, no, not necessarily. Yeah, no, not necessarily. I think it's not about like my brain or like what I necessarily like want to think about. The problem that I have now is that because I'm in the publishing industry now, whenever I read, I swear I'm like studying, like I'm working. Yeah. And that's why reading new books can be kind of hard recently. I'm trying to do it. I've forced myself to dive into other genres just so that I can like try to enjoy reading again and not feel like I'm working the whole time. But if I reread, then it doesn't really feel like I'm working, if that makes any sense.
100% does.
So yeah, rereading has been my thing recently.
I'm a big rereading gal, so I'm always rereading things. And my husband's like, really? Again? How many times do you pull that out? I'm like, I don't know.
You're like, mind your business. Don't worry about it.
I try to reread only once a year, but it's just so hard when some books are just so good. People rewatch shows all the time. Why can't we reread books?
No, exactly. Like I'm rewatching The Big Bang Theory right now, and I'm probably just going to start it over when it's done. Like I'm not, you know, like I don't know. It's comforting. I like it. Makes my nervous system down.
My husband's been rewatching The Office every day of his life for 15 years. So the fact that he's giving me shit, it's why men just, you know.
That's valid.
You said you were dipping your toes in reading other genres. Which genres are you liking right now?
So, okay, I've been really into like whodunits, if that, you know what I mean? But they've got like cozy. Like I want it to feel like the Clue movie.
Yeah.
You know? Like it's like actually like serious, like murder mystery, not quite what I'm going for. Just because I feel like that is the opposite of calming me down.
Right.
I like when it's serious things that aren't so serious.
Right. So like a Knives Out, but in book form. Like, yeah.
Exactly.
We answered one of the questions that, has written. I was going to ask, like, how do you like your books? Do you like physical, ebook, or audiobook best?
Right now, audio, just because I have so little time, I feel like, in my day. And
as a mom.
Yeah, it's like what makes reading accessible, because I can do it when I'm like putting on my makeup, when I'm cooking, when I'm taking a shower. Like all of those things. It allows me to engage in stories in a way that feels super accessible to me right now. But if I get the chance to sit down with a physical copy and like feel that paper and like be in it, then it's so much joy there too. And then sometimes I like my kid. I don't know. I like books. I'll read them anyway, but audio has been the best recently.
I love that you listen in the shower too. I do as well. And I was listening to your book and I was listening on my headphones yesterday. Excuse me. And I go to get in my shower. And do you know what scene it was? It was the spicy scene. And I was just like, oh my gosh, my husband's going to think I got in the shower for this moment.
You.
Timing. It was just divine timing, I guess.
I love that. That's so funny.
Did you always want to be an author? Or what gave you the push to kind of want to try?
Yeah, I think so. For sure. I guess I hadn't solidified in my head that like that was the direction that I wanted to go until high school. I suppose I wasn't really thinking about it. I did the whole like I'm going to be a lawyer, I'm going to be a doctor. Like I did all that stuff when I was a kid. And then it was like this thing that I absolutely loved, which was just like jotting down stories on paper and then reading a bunch of stories. So I kind of pursued it relentlessly in high school. I was writing a bunch. I went to a summer institute for it out in New York. And I did, I was like really into it. And then I majored in creative writing when I went into college. And I just wasn't like feeling it anymore at that time. And I really wanted something that was like very, very secure was my thought process. And so I switched over to political science, which is not secure. So I'm not really sure why that made sense, but it did. I just wanted to major in something that I liked. I couldn't stand the idea of like spending my life doing something that I didn't love. So I thought I was going to be a lawyer, which was not at all what I should do. And I'm so glad I'm not a lawyer. I think about that all the time. But I did political science and I was still writing in my free time and still just, that's what I wanted to do. And then I was spending all of my political science classes essentially like listening so that I could like make up governments in my head. And I would just sit there and make them up. And like my notes are wild. Like I'm so glad I never had to turn them in.
I feel that.
So that's what I was doing. And then I just decided, I've got to do it. So I went into education because I loved education. And that was like really the route that I wanted to go. I didn't want to go to law school. Studying for the LSAT was like making me so miserable. And I thought that if I was this miserable with the entrance exam, that I'd be that miserable in school. So my entire resume was catered towards education. So I jumped into it and I love education. I love my job. Such a fan, but I just wanted to write. And so I kept writing and writing and writing until it was finally time.
So your degree really influenced this book.
Yeah. Yes. My degree, I suspect, will influence everything that I write. Like I cannot get away from government and politics and power systems. For the life of me, I could try as hard as I want, but I love like looking at like the reasoning behind like why do we as humans set up our world this way? Like what is the purpose? How do we decide who gets what? And that's what political science is, right? Like it's not the studies of governments, it's actually the study of the distribution of resources. And so it's like who gets the resources and who doesn't. And that's such a big question. And like just the like social justice in me needs to know, needs to think about it, needs to consider it. So yeah, everything I write, I'm sure will be high politics.
Do you worry at all that your books will be related to like current politics and get negative impact because of it? Like I love it. I had so much fun reading your book. But do you worry about that?
Yes, I worry about it all the time. In that I need to make sure that I'm coming from a place that is not telling the story that somebody else deserves to tell or that somebody else is more qualified to tell and would tell it better. So I'm constantly trying to check my own privilege and make sure that I'm coming from a place of like systems and not rooted in history. So it's like I don't necessarily love to relate any of what I write. Like I can say it was influenced by, but nothing that I write is based on. And yeah, towing that line is really important. And then I really rely on the people around me and my awesome little writing community, to help make sure that they can check me as well.
I will fight anybody that like tries to say anything negative.
I haven't heard anybody though. Everyone,
yeah, not a negative thing.
like I love that in the last, because Kylie was the first one who told me about the book, and it was her first read that her husband actually bought her.
He liked the cover and bought
He
it.
liked the cover. And so I didn't read it for a while. And then I see Book Huddles talking about it. So, see, I wasn't going to listen to Kylie. I was listening to Book Huddle. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
She's not kidding.
No. And then I've just seen it go viral these last couple months. People are still like talking about it. I'm just like so excited for you. How does that feel? Like your book's out in the world, your baby, and like see people loving it.
Well, it feels awesome. I mean, it's like it's insane. This whole thing has just been like so kind of like a whirlwind. The thing about publishing is like it takes so long. And then once it happens, it's like boom, like it just takes off and it can't be stopped. And I feel so tremendously lucky. I'm with such an amazing publishing house. I absolutely adore the team that I work with. And they're some of the most kindest, like thoughtful people that engage with art for the purpose of loving art. Like I can tell. And the creative process, I really feel that they prioritize the creative process and the art that they're putting into the world over the money that they can make. And that is such a blessing. But I'm also, I'm with a big five publisher, and that was such a big deal to me when it happened. And I was like so floored. I couldn't believe it was happening to me. And it's all just been I just feel so lucky all the time. Like, I'm so grateful.
I love your publisher for publishing your book. So
Thank you. Saga is amazing. I love them.
Which you're big enough that you're doing RomanticyCon in Orlando. Congratulations. That's huge. How excited are you?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I have been wanting to do that for such a long time. So when we got in contact, I was so thrilled to have the opportunity and to get to be there. And I actually just confirmed this morning that I will be at LA as well.
Yes. Sorry.
I'm so excited. I wanted to do LA as well. So I'm stoked.
I live in Southern California, so that's a really great news for me.
Yay.
I know you guys will be able to see each other probably.
Wow.
We may be there.
Okay.
I think Kylie probably will.
The goal, yeah, for sure. I mean, I live here, so I have to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like it's non-negotiable, really.
Like, we live in Seattle, so it's a little bit more of a commute for her.
A little jaunt.
Just a small plane ride or two, or
just get on your private plane. It's like no big deal.
I wish
the economy.
Who cares about the environment? I'd love a PJ to go.
So I want to go back to a post on Instagram you did in 2023. Like I deep dove your stuff about some previous books that you've written. So you've written something called The Lost Daughter, and even though you said it'd never see the light of day, and you also have The Apprentice of Spells, which is 3 books, and you said that there was like 10 awful queries for that series. Will we ever see anything happen with those, or are they to be forgotten?
Oh, it's totally possible. I will say that the first one, The Lost Daughter, that's never seen the light of day. That's gone. It's goodbye. I love that manuscript so much because it is just terrible. It's just bad. Like it's just 16-year-old me just word vomiting, and like what a blessing to be able to do that in a time where you can save it on a computer and upload it to a Dropbox and have it follow you forever. Like it just, but that really was an exploration in what it meant to write and not necessarily in what it meant to have any skill. So I love that story. It's buried. That being said, I mean, anything that I've written before this, I feel is like so fair game. Apprentice has never left me. It never will. That book is like a book of my heart. And I hope to someday get to actually publish that and to work on it. I do think it needs edits to fit the current market and to fit who I am as a writer now. But oh yeah, absolutely.
It's got solid bones.
Totally. I think those characters, I mean, I love them.
So you also have Mercy and Beneath the Dirt. You said you were too afraid to query those. Will that change for those books, given the reception you've received for The Serpent and the Wolf?
It's entirely possible. Yeah. I think that if I had to like go back and pick one of my like old manuscripts that never really saw the light of day, Apprentice would probably be where I went, just because that one, it does stick with me. But I mean, I think about the other ones all the time. I will say, like, Beneath the Dirt, I was ready to query it. Like, that was going to be the book that I took out into the querying trenches and that I did the thing with. I was too afraid to query it. I was going back and forth, kind of waiting. And then I finally like got the courage. And right as I started, Bass's story hit me and I like paused and I was like, hold on, like, I can't, if I have any energy left in me, it's going to be to write this book right now. And so I wrote The Serpent and the Wolf during that time, and that was the book that I knew, like, as I was reading it, I was like, if a book is going to happen for me, I feel like it's this one, and I need to just follow this one into the sun. And so that's what I did.
You have like a little bit of Vasa in you. Your witch intuition is telling you to do this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you also had a TBA on that post. Was that the second book for the Dark Inheritance trilogy or something else entirely?
Yeah, it's definitely it's the second book. I mean, there is another project in the works as well that I'm like constantly thinking about. I try not to write two books at once because you know, brain power, get confused. And I would also fear that they would sound so similar that it would be difficult to tell the difference between them. Because switching voice can be hard. But sometimes I think it is necessary for me to dive into like the outlining and the brainstorming and the dreaming version of another project to like really feed my own creativity again. But yes, it definitely, when I was saying TBA, I'm pretty sure when I made that post, I was thinking about
it was a couple years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Kylie.
I could have just been like teasing too. I don't know. Anything's possible.
Well, I like your writing. I want to know these things. Will you ever write anything other than fantasy, as in dabble in like the actual writing process?
I think it's possible that I could absolutely like, I'm not sure if I would ever publish anything. I mean, I don't, anything's possible. The problem is that every time that I try to write a contemporary book, I'm like, and then there was magic. Like it just, I don't know what to say. It's like I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, be grounded, be cool, be cool. And then it's like, no, there's magic.
But
there's
like, magic is cool.
Yeah, exactly. I just can't get away from it. So
honestly, I didn't think I'd be 35 and like super into dragons, but here we are.
And you know what? I love that for us, quite frankly.
Do you have any other favorites in like another genre that you love to read?
I guess what genre do you like to read? Well, I guess it's giving fantasy, but
yeah.
What if she decides that she likes, Dune, like solely that?
Yeah. I mean, I gravitate towards the same things all the time. Yeah. I love a good romance novel. Like I love a good romance novel. I don't always love literary fiction. It just sort of depends. Like when I say that, I mean, I have like a deep appreciation for it. And I will often read it for like the message of it all. But it's not like a feed my soul kind of thing, the way that fantasy or romance is. But I was an English teacher for 4 years before I moved into administration, and my classics are all sitting up on my bookshelf, and I do love them. The Great Gatsby hates to see me coming. Like I love that book so much. So I definitely have other favorites too.
That was actually one of the questions that we got from one of our listeners was what book that you were required to read in school did you love? Would it be The Great Gatsby?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I could read about The Great Gatsby for hours. Ask my students. They had to sit through a whole 9-week unit on it. And I love that book so much.
What is your favorite fantasy or romantasy series?
Ooh. Oh.
You can give top 3. Yeah.
We always go 3. Okay.
Yeah, you can't just choose just one. And also there's like different categories. Like Blakely and I don't consider ACOTAR a favorite book. Totally different genre. Just it's love.
It's like on a shelf of its own.
So yeah, we understand if there's that situation too.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay. I think my trophies are all up there. So I would say top 3. I would be remiss if I didn't say anything by Danielle L. Jensen. Quite frankly, she could write the phone book and I'd be like, this is thrilling. Like
I just read my first Danielle L. Jensen books. I just read a Fate. What is it? The Fate Blood. Yes, I just read that series. It was my first one and I can't wait to read more from her.
The Bridge Kingdom.
That's the one that's next.
It's changed my life. I don't know how else to say it. Like honestly, Danielle L. Jensen kind of gave me the confidence to pursue this genre.
Really?
Yes. Because I saw her doing it and I was like, okay, if she can do it, I know that there's a space in the market for this. Like I'm reading this book, I'm devouring this book. And when I tell you, like, I have the original, like, self-published edition of that book. Like, I have the hardback with the original cover, like the whole thing. And Trader Queen too. I got that. I listened to it when it was an Audible original, like the whole thing. And I had such a book hangover from those books. And I remember just sitting there and thinking, like, look how much I love this. I know that other people do too. And I know that it's worth continuing to try to break into this market, and it's worth doing. You know what I mean? Because for a while it felt like it was really only possible to indie in that market. Trad just wasn't picking it up. And so it definitely gave me the courage to do it. So yeah, Bridge Kingdom, love. I mean, Yaros, right? Like, Fourth Wing. I mean, like, wow, what a series.
Big Empyrean gals.
Yeah, I am too. I'm right there with you. I love that so much. Yeah. So after Fourth Wing, that series, I would say, and I'm doing series here because I can't
You
just
can't just pick one.
no. And then I would have to say, probably Throne of Glass. Which I absolutely love. ACOTAR, that's in like a league of its own as well. You know what I mean? But I love Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
It's life-changing. So because I'm going to read The Bridge Kingdom, it's up there. Like, where would you put that between like there and Throne of Glass? Like, are they comparable?
That's like a really hard comparison.
Yeah.
They're very different in what they offer. I think the thing about Throne of Glass that makes me absolutely, I mean, aside from just the stunning world building and the writing, and I mean, we love Aelin, and all of those things. Throne of Glass is like a constant reminder that like small acts of kindness can change the tide of war. Like, people cling to their humanity even in the worst of times, and that is, I think, what that book offers, and like that hope, especially in the time that we're living in, and the things that, like, when I need it, you know what I mean? And it provides that hope. I would say that, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that they're comparable, but I would say that they both offer something absolutely fabulous.
Great answer.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I want to copy paste that and share that with everyone. Okay, really important question. Did you read Twilight?
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I was like such a twihard. It was ridiculous. I went and saw the first movie 7 times in theaters. I have no shame about it. I was a 7th grade girl and I loved it. I loved it.
It's necessary to ask because like all Twilight girlies have turned into ACOTAR girlies, and so I just watched Twilight and New Moon this weekend, and I listened to the audiobook, so I'm like, I'm deep in my Twilight journey this year. Everything is getting compared to it.
Yeah.
I love it. And I think that all the hate is manufactured. And I'll say that, like, it's just that they don't like people that like things. You know what I mean? Like, it's the moment something, whenever it reaches like a certain precipice of popularity, the haters, they come out. And
I mean, look at Taylor Swift. Okay, like, stop hating on my queen.
Exactly. And you know what? They're never hating the men that the way that they do the women. If Twilight was written by a man, we wouldn't be having any of that conversation.
Maybe we just start saying it's done by Steph Meyer, and then nobody will know, and they'll really like the book.
There you go. Exactly.
So really, a second important question: Team Jacob or Team Edward?
Oh my God, Team Edward in the books, Team Jacob in the movies.
Okay, yes. I mean, as a 35-year-old, I'm definitely Team Charlie now, but
rock on.
because great job, Charlie. You
that
grew up.
Mustache is just asking for a ride. You know what I mean?
I do.
So to take it back, like, what books did you grow up reading? Like Boxcar Children, Goosebumps. I always bring up Boxcar Children
every time. Every time.
So funny. You know, I don't remember if that's. I don't know. I'm not sure that I was I really, like, middle school is when I really started to like dive into reading. I think I always loved stories. I loved telling them. You can ask my parents. I was like a compulsive little white liar. And so but middle school is like when I finally hit my stride. Like, I had a 6th grade English teacher who handed me Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, right? Which is like, if you're going to get a kid, that's the one. And handed me that book, and I like came back like 2 or 3 days later and was like, I'm done. And she's like, oh, we're reading this in class together, like chapter by chapter. And I'm like, I'm done. So can I have the next one now? And she had it. She's like, yeah, here you go. And she just kept feeding me the series until I finished the whole series. And then from that moment on, it was like, I could not be satisfied. And then I think my like next favorite, which it got so much hype when it like first came out. And I do still believe it's like a dynasty in and of itself of books, but people don't talk about it enough now. And that is Vampire Academy. That series by Rochelle Mead. Like if you like Throne of Glass, if you like Twilight, if you like any of that, like, woo, that series.
I've heard a lot of good things.
It's so good. Like it is YA, but I love it. I don't care. Like I absolutely love it. The tension, it's so high, and there is like not quite a love story like that one that's like really hooked me the way that one did, and that it's two characters that I truly believe like were meant to be together, and you could tell that through their characterization. And Rochelle Mead, like she built that. It's so good. It's so good. I love it.
I'm immediately putting it on my TBR just because of how you speak about it.
Do it. You're gonna love it. I'm telling you, it's so good.
Now to switch gears a little bit, do you have like a whole writing routine? Like do you put on like sweats and a special like shirt and everything? We love sweats right now. We're in a sweat era.
Love that. Not really. I think one of the things that I appreciate about my like writing is that I don't really need a lot to do it. I have my office that I love, and I've like decorated this office, and it's a really good place to write. But I mean, I wrote, almost the entirety of The Serpent and the Wolf just like on my couch. That was before I had a kid, and like carpal tunnel, and now I have like a ergonomic keyboard, and age is hitting me, but it's okay. No, I mean, I do like being comfy. I mean, for the most part, the only time that I get dedicated to write nowadays is after my kid goes to sleep. So it'll be after he goes to sleep. Sometimes that means I'm still in my work clothes because I needed to like sprint into the office and get this down on page. Or maybe I will change and like shower. Like I'll do like an everything shower and like hide myself. You know what I mean? And then it's sweatpants and like my little towel on my head to keep my hair from dripping water on me because but yeah, I've always got my beverage, or 2 or 3 depending on the evening.
We are definitely 3 beverage girlies. What is your go-to writing snack and drink? Well, your 3 drinks.
Yeah. I mean, coffee, water, and then like an old fashioned.
Ooh.
Like really in it, you know what I mean? I could do a glass of wine too if I was really feeling it, but I feel like if I drink a glass of wine, we're not really getting a lot of productivity done. That's okay.
Yeah, wine is a different vibe. It's
very different. As for food, whatever's salty.
I gave birth to a boy, and now everything needs to be salty. Everything. He ruined me. I love him, but he did ruin me and my salt needs.
I get it. Pretzels.
Oh, they're so good.
Damn it.
That's why I don't buy them because they're too good.
Yeah, I'm a big popcorn gal.
Popcorn is such a underrated snack.
It is. Like people need to talk about it more. Like the
so.
kettle corn. What's that brand that we both like, Kai, for the kettle corn?
Disneyland.
Always. Yep.
I love
it. Yep. Got to go to Anaheim for it, but it's really good. Boob chicken cow. I don't remember.
I don't know what the brand is.
I thought I sent it to you. I don't know. No. We talk all day, every day about everything, so I just forget. It's a problem.
We've known each other for a long time. Some years.
The number isn't important.
It's just been a minute. We've known each other, so yeah, we talk too much.
Hey.
Okay, so moving into part 2, we're going to talk about the books, finally, since we've asked you 1,000 questions.
I know, we just gabbed a lot, sorry.
No, I love it. I'm such a yapper, it's okay.
So how did you choose the title for The Serpent and the Wolf? So it changed from City of Salt and Snakes to Serpent and the Wolf. Like, what prompted that change?
Oh, my publisher. I think they were right. I will stand on that. They're right. I loved City of Salt and Snakes because I'm sure you can like see the connection, right?
Yes.
That was like a very like, oh, I was writing it in 2021 kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like that was when blank of blank and blank was like
Yeah.
you know? And I'm happy. And I knew the moment that this book sold, my agent and I are both like, they're going to change the title, and I'm fine with that. And so we just went back and forth. There's like so much that happens in the background of publishing that people don't even consider, like what's marketable, what's going to trend, what's not. Like those kinds of questions are being asked. But I really appreciated that my team still wanted to keep like the thematic touch. And so it was just sort of like a back and forth chain of emails between a lot of people. And then my editor was like, "What do you think of this one?" And I was like, "I think that's amazing and I love it. Let's do it." And she was like, "Great, done." And I was like, "Cool, we just picked a title." Like it was a very cool and fun experience.
Is that so surreal? Like you picked the title for your book.
Yes. Yes. I did like a little happy dance. That was back like whenever I got a single email, I was like, what's the difference between this and fighting a bear?
Yeah.
It was so stressful. Now I get an email and I'm like, oh, there's an email. No, I love hearing from my team. But it was like so exciting at the start. Every email was like the most surreal and exciting thing.
I don't know what keeps on happening. All of a sudden, my Spotify starts playing. I'm on Do Not Disturb, and it's all the way turned down. Like there's a witch here because there's no reason for it.
Okay, what's Spotify playing?
It's new moon in Cancer today. What are you gonna do?
It is.
What is your sign?
Cancer.
Okay.
Yeah, today's my day. I'm like a minute.
We're honored that you are spending it with us.
Thank you.
We look at our horoscopes a lot, like, when it's the new moon or moons, you release things, all of that. Like I charge my crystals.
Yeah, exactly, as you should.
So we dabbled a little bit. Like what inspired you to write this series? Obviously you had that vision. So
yeah. So this book, it came at like a time in my life when I absolutely needed it. I had a medical scare and I was just feeling so disconnected from my body, and like I didn't really know who I was anymore, or like how to reconnect with myself and with my sense of self. And so in the process of sort of like in that grief and in that frustration and all of those feelings, I started writing this character that had this thing about themselves that they wanted out, that they like didn't want anymore. And this like pain and this thing that was like being stored in their body. And that's where her magic came from, was that feeling in myself as well. And there's like a lot of years of work and of thought and diligence that went into writing Vasa's character, and it was so healing for me as a person to like get that down on paper. And then it was also really terrifying to share that with the world. It's still really hard, especially when people like, because reviewers are going to do what reviewers do, and respect and totally fine, all nice. Don't tag me in it, but all nice. But I needed it in that moment. So that was sort of what inspired Vasa. And then everything that came after just sort of came. I really wanted to write a different male main character too. That was important to me. I wanted to write like a green flag. Because I love
Reed.
Thank you. I love him too. I love like a red flag shadow daddy, to be honest. Like I love that we get to read that in books and not have to like accept it in the real world. You know what I mean? Like I think that differentiation is so important, but I really wanted to write a character that loved Vasa the right way. And so that was also like where that all came from.
It translates really well. I also want to say I appreciate your use of the word grief there, because when you have medical issues, you do have a grieving process, and people don't realize that. And it's just like a whole nother step. So thank you for saying that. Like, I appreciate that use.
Yeah, absolutely.
So on a lighter note, you released book 2 of the Dark Inheritance trilogy's title in May, The Wicked and the Damned. Really excited. So I see on Goodreads, we have a release date of February 16, 2026. Is that legit?
It's the week after, actually. We just finalized that 2 days ago.
Oh my gosh, so my creeping was like spot on.
Yeah, no. So it was like we knew February, we just didn't know what date in February we wanted it to be. And so going back and forth, like really truly, my family has like a family vacation every year during President's Week, and it's like my only break that like in the spring semester, it feels like. And so I go with my family every year on vacation, and I just didn't want to launch a book that week because I felt like I'd be working the whole time. And so bless my publisher for being like so kind about it and being like, hey, it could be that week, it could be the week after, whatever you want to do. And so we chose the week after.
That lines up with like, is it right before or right after? There's like a Love Lit Con too, so we can.
Yeah, it is actually like 3 days before Romantasy Book Con in LA, but it comes out.
How exciting! So we get to just yap about it then.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we'll consume it before then, right?
Oh,
24 hours. Have you started writing the third book?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Definitely. And well, what's so cool about these books and like how it all happened is that I actually like I wrote the second book and my agent and I read it. And my agent comes back and she's like, hey, like this probably needs to be 2 books. I'm like, I know. That's what I told you. Like, I told you, I think this needs to be 2 books. And I love her so much. And she totally backed me on it. And she's like, yeah, like, let's go through how would this be 3 books? Like, we need to really determine the how of this and not just like the vibes, because vibes are great. Like, we love vibes, but also, right. And so we actually took that second book that I had written and split it in 2. And so like the first half of that is the second book that I then got to expand on and actually do all of the development and all of like the spice and the fun stuff that I wanted to do, that I felt like I'd had to cut in order to get all the plot points in there. And so, yeah, the second book, there's already like half of, or the third book, there's already half of it like written because I had already written it. And so now I just get to like expand on that one too. And so it's such like an abnormal but amazing way to write this series.
I love that. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Which you kind of touched on what I was going to ask next. Will there be more spice in the next books?
I think so. I mean, so I'm in like the edit stage right now, doing some like really like real final edits before it goes to copy. And I was reading it and I was like, well, this isn't appropriate. Like, I don't think I've ever written something that was so graphic before, but that's okay. And it has to happen. And if I wrote like someone was reading over my shoulder, I would never be able to write anything. But, my mom's going to read this and my mother-in-law and my grandmother recommended it to her like country club, women's country club. Grandma, you know what's in it, but it's okay because she's just loving and supporting me. And I'm so thankful for that. And also, oh no, it'll be fine.
The spice is written really well. Like I wanted more. It wasn't enough. So I'm excited for more.
I'm excited for more too.
Even though they're awkward, do you enjoy writing those scenes? Because it's like you can have everything that you want in this scene.
Is that an old-fashioned moment? Or
oftentimes. Sometimes I'm writing it and I'm like blushing. I'm like, whoa, like what am I saying right now? Right? Like who is this person? And it's fun. I like it. I like writing those scenes. I feel like it's like all this tension that's building and I finally get to like have that happen.
Does your husband like read the book and like, oh man, taking notes?
Maybe. He's so funny. I always tell him like, I'm like, we're not talking about it. Like, I'm not talking, you know what I mean? Like, it's so funny. I suspect.
I was going to ask, do you have book boyfriends that inspired Reed at all? Or was your husband your inspiration? You're like, he wins.
He's like, no.
I think that, I think people are inspired by everything around. Like, I don't think a single author, even if they tried to claim it, they'd be incorrect in that. We are absolutely inspired by the things that we have already read. So definitely,
or watched, probably too. Yeah,
totally. Right, the stories that we consume. I will say that, like, while I think it's like kind of almost like silly or like perhaps like a little dangerous to tell like somebody like his character is based on you know what I mean? I will say that the way that I think Reed makes Vasa feel that trust, that sense of worth and that like sense of freedom and all of that, like that 100% comes from the kindness that I receive from my partner on a day-to-day. I mean, like my husband is like the coolest person that I know. And so, there's definitely inspiration there.
That's so cute. Like we make fun of our husbands all the time. And like, my husband's a dork.
He knows, but he knows it's out of love.
Do you have like, because what I'll say about Reed is outsider, he doesn't necessarily feel like anybody else because you wrote him as a green flag. So that question I asked was probably propped in a different way. But like, what are your top 3 book boyfriends? We love it.
Okay. Top 3. Oof. I mean, so Reese is at the top.
Mhm.
I don't accept bad Reese energy.
I get very mad about it. Like, I don't ever like fight in the comments, but sometimes when you see those edits, I'm like, I want to, you know?
Yeah. Yes.
We're going to get you a burner account so you can fight those.
I don't need that.
No, I don't claim the energy. I don't want it. I think that even if he did turn out to be evil, I'd be like, he's entitled to it.
Yeah.
Like I've already accepted this about him. So Reese is definitely in the top. I want to say, so Dimitri from Vampire Academy, I'm such a stan. Like I love him. I think that I love him. And I love those books. And then probably I'm like looking around. What does my bookshelf say? I love Rowan. I would put Rowan in there too. I don't think I love him as much as I love Reese. That's just a personal preference, but yeah.
Okay, so we have Dimitri, Rowan, and Reese. Fuck, marry, kill. Go. I am a hard-hitting journalist. If you haven't got that, just kidding.
I'm gonna kill Rowan just to say I did it.
Yeah, good for you.
That's impressive. So
good
yes.
for you.
You know what I mean? I feel like I could get him in his hawk form, you know?
That would be the way to get him.
I'm trying to be strategic about it. God, look, I'm gonna marry. Ooh, I don't know. Oh, hold on, I'm so torn.
I mean, you'd be the high lady.
That's why I'm torn, right? Like I'm like, we could marry for some benefits here. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, but then at the same time, that sounds kind of exhausting.
You can marry Dimitri and maybe just have Reese's baby, so then you get benefits. The
Yeah,
best of both worlds.
here I could maneuver this. Ooh, I'm gonna say I'm gonna marry Reese still. I like a title. I do. I do. And I think that the little like pocket realm that he keeps things in would be like really, really useful. So I'm gonna go with that one. And the immortality of it all. I think I'm gonna go with that one too. And then I would absolutely fuck Dimitri.
Love that for
That's so funny.
We do fuck, marry, kill like every day of our lives.
Oh, I love that.
Everything.
We get really obnoxious. We'll do like and bad guys and
Yep.
They're really tough.
It is difficult.
Like, we've done Jack Barlow with oh my gosh, what's his name?
Was it? I didn't pick Adian, did I? I have this like I can't stand Adian from Throne of Glass. He really like irritates me. Don't know what it is. It's probably something I need to explore there. But like he just frustrates me a lot. And then who's the other one? Ethan Hunt. No, Ethan Hunt. That's Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise just is in there. No,
you're thinking Ethan from Crescent City, which those are like that's Kale for me.
Yeah.
Kale whines and I just can't. I whine. I don't like it.
You don't want a male whiner.
Yeah. I have like complex feelings about Kale, but I still love him. But I understand. I get it.
I have complex feelings about Kale too. So I'm like, he's annoying, but I'd still fuck him. You know, that's what I get down to.
For sure. You know.
I get like he's annoying. You know, like it's both, right? Yeah.
He can't join my reverse harem, but he can make an appearance.
Sure. Truly.
And there is just this part of me where I feel like he would rather be a part of Dorian's reverse harem than anybody else. You know?
I think about it all the time. I'm like, gosh, if it was a different landscape, like
it could have gone that way. I mean, it was written that way in my opinion.
It's there for sure.
Sorry, we got derailed. ADHD came in.
It's okay.
Do you have any female main characters that didn't necessarily like helped you shape Vasa? Like, I like this about them. I would do it differently. Any of those?
I just love Vasa has like this vulnerability about her that I feel like a lot of FMCs don't have, almost because she's like tough, but I just really like Vasa.
She's very relatable because she doesn't like to like show her emotions, and Blakely are like, oh, feelings, no.
We're like, no.
No, it's getting too good, so we got to back up and like destroy it.
Yeah. I think that's very Vasa of you. I think I love the Coven. I love the Coven so much. I love Amelie for her like soft spokenness, the way that like she is so powerful without having to be mean. And I think that's something that is so wonderful. Like there's a moment where, well, I don't want to spoil anything actually, just kidding. But yeah, I love the fact that she's kind. And I think that matters a lot.
It does.
We
Cause
always used to have more kindness in the world,
yeah.
I mean,
And
I'm not kind, but
it shows that she can get farther, like not by being a bitch. Like she's smart and she's kind to people, and look how far she's gotten. So I like that your book is so different with the female and the main male characters. Like I'm into it.
you wrote a bunch of green flags. Like I love it.
How can I be pissed off at this book? Like there's nothing to be mad at with these green flags. Like how dare you?
Oh, wait until book 2.
Oh no.
It's okay to be pissed at me. I earn it in book 2. It's all
I
right.
want to talk to your manager. Did anyone in your life influence these characters? Like anybody you're like, you have traits. Obviously your husband, Mr. Green Flag himself.
Good for you. I still love that for you.
I know. That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. There was a group of women when I first started teaching, and they were like, it's this group of teachers at the school that I work at, and they are like, we were a group of women that were like all different ages and in kind of different places in our lives, and we used to meet up for dinner like once a month, and our group chat was called Wicked Women, and it was like our like little thing, and that really inspired the coven. The way that I felt like I benefit all the time from having this group of women that are at different stages in their lives that can provide advice, and like I'm the youngest in that group, and I absolutely love that. I love that I'm able to tap into like this unique like woman wisdom that exists, I think. And it's like it's a village, and I love when like women come together, I love women. I don't know, we're so cool. But definitely that's totally inspired the feeling of the coven, this idea that you want to be surrounded by people that are of different ages. And I think that's something that's really unique about the book that I love so much, is that it isn't just young women that can save the world.
Yeah.
We don't have to be 18-year-olds that can't read. Like we can.
She was 19. Put some respect on her name. When you were writing this book, did you have the whole series like plotted out? Like, did you know in your head, or did you find it along the way?
Oh, I found it along the way. That's like the weird thing about publishing, is that like especially as a debut, one of the biggest pieces of advice that I was told over and over when seeking an agent is like, you're not going to pitch a series to anybody yet. Like that's not going to happen. What you want to do is you want to write a standalone that has series potential, is like what they'll call it. And in our genre, it's not uncommon for something to be a series. It's actually like, I feel like way less common to have standalones now.
Yeah.
Which I would love to write a standalone actually. But it, way less common. So I wrote the first book as a standalone with series potential. The ending changed when we edited. So, all that fun stuff. That changed in editing when we had agreed to have multiple books. But originally it was one book that wrapped up and was what it was. But I always had an idea of what I wanted it to be or what it could be. I just didn't let myself fall too much in love with the later installment ideas. I didn't know if it would sell.
So glad it did.
Me too.
How did your well, I guess we kind of touched on that, like how your personal experiences shape this book and series, because you talked about like your health issues. And so I'm sorry that I just asked that again.
It's okay.
Okay, so I love different point of views. I'm a big fan of them, and we started getting like, I'm obsessed with them. And we started getting more Reed point of views. Will we be getting more in the next books of him? Will we get other point of views as well?
Yes, you'll get more of Reed for sure. And then there could be a couple other characters that potentially have an opportunity to have some point of view.
Love that. You just made my whole day.
I was like, Kylie has a book boner now. Like, she will be so jacked about this.
I love different perspectives, because it's just like a different tone of the book. Like I enjoy it. Okay. Don't judge me.
I totally get it. I love it. I love the literary device of it all. I love what it offers. Like, wow, my English teacher is like coming out, but like I'm such a dramatic irony fan. Like I love when the audience knows something that the characters don't. Or when like I know that one character knows something, but the other character doesn't know that that person knows something. Like I want to be on the inside. Like I want to know everything all the time, and I want to be the keeper of the secrets and know all things. And so it's so fun to me to use different point of views to do that, you know?
I'm so excited. What do you hope readers like will take away from this series when it's completed?
Oh, it's like such a deep question. I love it.
We can go back to fuck, marry, kill. It's okay.
We're versatile.
That's so great. I really want, I guess
that green flags are okay.
green flags are okay. But also just that like you don't have to be healed to be worthy of love. Like, I think that's something that I needed to write in Bassa that I'll continue to write like for the rest of this series and probably the rest of my life, which is that like this idea that like you need to fix yourself and you need to heal yourself before, you know, you love anybody else. Like, I don't think so. I think love is the reason why we do it. And I think that sometimes like it's such a beautiful idea to be enough in yourself all the time to do that. But I'm just not sure humans are wired that way. And I think community is what does it. Community is what pulls us out of our darkest times, and community is what makes things worth living. And it's worth engaging in community, even if it's scary, even if it could hurt you. And you do not have to be perfect or healed or the best version of yourself all the time to be worthy of the love of the people around you.
It's beautiful. And that really comes full circle to you mentioning your group of the females that inspired the coven. So yeah, community. Wow.
Who would be your dream cast, fan casting for your main characters?
You know, I haven't even thought about it. I don't even know. I wish I could answer that question well, but I truly don't know.
Who would I?
I have no idea.
No idea. I will be sending up a follow-up email for this. No, just kidding.
This is who I think you should choose. Should you ever get a TV show or movie?
How do you feel when you read theories about your book, or have you? Are you a theories gal for other books?
I have not seen a single theory about my books, so I have no idea. I've stopped engage. I don't engage with anything that I'm not tagged in at this point. I did it. I made like the grave error, and I like stumbled upon some like really rough stuff, and it like ruined my night, and like I was bawling, and it was just like awful. And that was when I remembered that I had to like detach like my own personal experiences that went into writing this book and went into writing this character from the way that other people receive it, because I have no control over how they receive it. I can only have control over the way that I write it. And so I avoid it like the plague on social media. Like I see my book and it's like a jump scare. I like, whoop, I scroll right past because I do not want to know. Because I assume that people, if they tag me, that I'm so excited, and I love being tagged in things because I generally trust that somebody's not going to tag me in something that's negative. I have yet to be tagged in something negative. And so I love being tagged in things. Like I love when readers want to share stuff with me, but otherwise I don't seek it out anymore.
That's wild, because like anytime that I've done research on the book, like it's very few and far between that I find anything negative, like on the Reddit threads or anything. It's all generally really positive.
Like, I feel like
I don't know how you stumbled upon that.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything. Just people raving about the book. So I love that for you. But I'm sorry that you saw something shitty. It sucks.
Okay. No, they tagged my publisher. That's what did it. It was like, it was actually really funny. I thought it was actually quite bold.
That's a move.
And yeah, I was like, well, okay, because I generally assume, like, if you're going to tag the publisher, that it's positive. It was not positive. There was like a playlist of rants. It was rough.
But okay. Some people are just dick.
And that is totally their opinion. It's a reviewer space and it's theirs. So there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't want to look at it.
Don't tag the publisher.
Which makes me think, do you have a playlist for your books?
Yeah, I do. It's in my, I linked it. It was on my Instagram for a little while. I don't remember where it is now. But
how did I get like your books that you've written but missed the playlist? I got the release date of the second book but missed the playlist.
You pulled up shit from 2023 on Instagram and you missed the playlist.
I love that. It's linked in my bio too, so it's definitely there.
It was right in front of you.
I was looking for really deep stuff and missed something so easy.
No, I love it. No, yeah, it's there. I
For
love
all three books or just the first?
just the first one. I
Okay.
mean, I have secret playlists for everything else, that are sort of like what I'm using to like inspire me as I'm writing the book. Book two's playlist is significantly angrier. But I'm a big fan. But yeah, I love playlists. I love music in general.
Can you give us a song off of book two's playlist?
Which Florence and the Machine.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna go listen and like then I'm gonna compare it to the first book and be like, okay, how do these fit?
Basically that entire album, like Howl by Florence and the Machine is on there too. There's a lot of Florence.
Very Florence coded.
Yeah, no, it's the feminine rage. It's like
I was
divine.
gonna say feminine rage. You can't beat it.
So this could be a spoiler. This is more of like me having feelings, but
Gross feelings.
In chapter 6, you wrote one of my favorite lines in the entire book. You wrote, "The fact that you have held onto this magic for so long is a testament to your power," Melusina said as she walked Bassett back downstairs. "You've acknowledged it today. The pain should ease at least for a little while. If it comes back, don't be afraid to sit in that discomfort. The magic isn't inherently bad, but it feels out of control. Do not let it take over you. In violence, you will lose your air." What inspired that line? Like if it comes back, don't be afraid to sit in that discomfort. I say that because like I learned that in therapy and it changed my life. And I do like hope that triggers that for other people. Like it is a really great line.
Thank you. Yeah, therapy, 100%. Big fan, love it. Go weekly. And so, it was definitely that. I feel like I was spending so much of my time trying to run away from like the immense amount of like discomfort that I was feeling, and I needed to just stop trying to dismiss the emotions. And that's what I wanted for Vasa too. Like she had to stop fighting this magic, this thing that she didn't want anymore, that she wished had never happened to her. It existed. And there was nothing she could not cut it out. She couldn't get rid of it. And so I think that it was the idea of, you've got to sit in it. You got to be uncomfortable.
We might have the same therapist because she would say that. And like, you need to sit in your discomfort, and suffering is a choice.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Did you have to cut anything significant from, I guess you split it into 2 books, but since you cut the ending initially because it was supposed to be, is that going to play out in the next books, your original ending? Or did you change it completely?
I totally changed it. I wrote an ending that I thought was palatable to end the book, but I knew I wanted it to be a series. Like I knew that was something that I wished it would do, you know what I mean? So the only thing that I like really let myself love was the idea of the ending the way that it is now. And so I knew going into it, like the moment that it was a 2-book deal at that time, it turned into a 3-book. But once I knew I'd signed at least 2, I was like, oh, I am ready. I've been waiting for this moment.
So anything that influenced that ending, you completely changed. There will be no.
I mean, I think that I could not claim that this was a romantasy or that it was grounded at all in romance and in the romance genre if it didn't have a happily ever after, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that, and I don't think I would want to write something that didn't. So that element of it, I'm sure, will stay. But the rest of it, no, I think it's moot now. It's developed past it.
So we'll get really angry this next book, but third, we have a happy ending. So there's that solid. How happy is
how happy is happy? Well, I don't know. I say that with a grain of salt, but
Is there, okay, so now that we've talked about your book and is there any like final thoughts or anything you want to share about your books that you think like we need to know? Or
no, I feel like we've covered everything I think about it all the time. Your questions are so good. They like really, no, yeah, I'm good.
I think I'm out of questions since I literally had 1,000 for you.
She even edited some down. She just had so many questions. She's our question gal.
I love asking questions.
That's awesome.
I'm curious. You got to stay curious. Do you have anything else, Blake, that you want to ask?
I don't think so. I got my fuck, marry, kill in there, so that really I'm good. And you asked I feel great. You are so smart. Can I just say that? was like, when you're speaking, keep talking.
That's the first time she's ever said that to me.
Man.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Rebecca. She's
I was like,
smart,
dang.
dumbass.
Like,
Oh,
tell
man,
me
you
to
think
toot
you
my
guys are-
horn.
It was like a long time.
I was talking to Rebecca. God.
This is so rude. She didn't even toot my horn.
You asked great questions, Kylie, but
Thank
Rebecca's
you.
a smart
Thank you.
one. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, I think.
No, you're the smart one. That's definitely a compliment.
Wait, okay, now that I said that, what's your Harry Potter house?
Oh. Gryffindor. But that could just be the trauma. Does that make sense?
We're Gryffindor Slytherins. Like, we can be both.
Yeah.
Just like
yeah.
Harry.
I could see myself in a space of Ravenclaw too, just in like the thinking and the analysis of it all. But I think I read a theory once that like the house that you go to is not necessarily who you are, but what you want to be. And so like Harry wanted to be brave, and so he was in Gryffindor. Does that make sense? Like, and he didn't want to be like the elements of Slytherin, which is why he didn't land there. And so I think if what I like want to be, I'm brave.
I feel like I could see it's like a Gryffindor with, I always say this now, a Ravenclaw rising. So I just add astrology into it. You know?
There you go. You could go Enneagram and be like, I'm a Gryffindor with a Ravenclaw wing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yes. I love Enneagram.
I love Enneagrams too. It's such a problem.
I'm an Enneagram 8, and it is very obvious, unfortunately. But I'm a healed Enneagram 8. I'm working on it. I don't have to tell everybody my opinion.
I'm a 4. It's
okay.
Torturous. It's fine.
Do you know your Enneagram, Kai, or no?
I have, but then I forgot. It's just my bad. I'm sorry.
You don't follow all the Enneagram pages that I'm constantly looking at. Like, oh, that's so me. So me could. So on that note, we know your Enneagram. We know your house. We know who you're going to fuck, marry, kill. Like, I'm so excited for book 2, though. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
Thank you so much thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. It means so much to us. And we know that you have a 2-year-old, so we will give you your time back.
Sorry, we did gab a lot. My bad.
No, I love gabbing. Thank you.
You're easy to talk to.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's been so much fun. Thank you guys so much for having me.